Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This is a quote by Natalie Goldberg. Follow what you love, and it will take you where you want to go. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 98, NASDAQ up 25, S&P's up 16, gold contract up $2.50, traded at $1,274 an ounce. Silver up 10 cents at $19.83 an ounce. Platinum up 10 at $1,449 an ounce. Copper up a half a penny at $3.06 a pound. Light sweet crude down 22 cents, trading at $106.14 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year up 17 ticks at 124.13. 30-year up 25 ticks at 135.27. King dollar down 206 ticks, traded at 80.51. The euro up 43 at 135, and the yen down 22 at 101.92. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're over the highs, and you got 600 million shares. Last high up here was 1955. We're at 1957.03. If we go to the SPY, the SPY, this is going to get really intriguing. This is why. So when we first broke topside on, let's see, on the 5th of June, what you have there, this is the SPY. So what you have there, that was a small ABC structure on the way up. 186.48 was your A, and 192.99 is your B, which gives you $6, which gives you a price projection of the 197, 198. We're at 196.25 right now, and what we did is that we went into the high once again, and we had higher volume. So that 197, 198 is game, and right now we're at 196.25. Dow Industrials, we're going to take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow is this. Dow is up $98. We right below the high. The high of the Dow is the 16,970. Right now we're at 906, so you're basically 63 points away from that high. NASDAQ Composite. We take a look at the composite. What you have with the composite, she was up $25. We're at 43.62, and the high out there is 43.71. I suspect that high also is going to get tagged. If we take a look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100, what you have with the NDX 100, there are 34 million shares. We are at 92.97. The high is 93.02. Gold contract. We go over and we take a look at gold. What we have with gold is this. We did 82,000 contracts today. You're up $2.80. We traded a low of 12.66, the high of 12.78. 12.76 rather. 12.78 flat out is the higher range, folks. So we'll see. It's going to try to get into that level once again. It got into it yesterday, failed, couldn't handle that higher price. I do expect you're going to see that run up there more than likely tomorrow or the next day. We take a look at silver, SIN4. What we have with the silver market is this. She does 39,000 contracts, and silver continues to be stronger than gold. Silver is in the higher range right now. We're at 1983, and that's saying that's game that silver can run up to 2043. XAU and the HUI, they're both acting really well. The silver and gold equities are acting well. Actually, a couple of them took out the B point of these ABC structures on the way up today. We had the XAU up by 232. That's at 94.71. That's inside the higher range. That's the XAU is making a run to 97. The HUI, which is the gold bugs index, she also is at 225 inside the 216 higher range. She's going to be making a run for 236. 10-year bond. We have with the 10-year bond, she did 1.2 million contracts today. These things are strong as bulls. She is at 124.14. The swing high is 126. This looks like it's another ABC structure, 126 even. ABC structure on the way up. and that little baby would make a run up to approximately the 128 level. The 30-year bond, she also had strength. She did 359,000 contracts. She's trading out at 135.28. You have the 138, which is a swing high. This looks like it's going to make its way up to the 142 area. And 142 in bonds, folks, that's ice from the way down a couple years ago. King dollar. We go take a look at King dollar. We have a King dollar. King dollar back down today. She got to a high of 80.97. She's at 80.48. And she's going to... So she had volume of 19,000 contracts out here. Didn't hold the price. Last time we were up there was 17,000. So that's saying, hey, guess what? She's going to be back up here. I suspect first she's going to try to get into a little lower price, meaning 80.35, which is about, that's another 100 ticks down. But when she spiked higher today, she spiked higher intraday, and she did have juice when she spiked higher. The Fed came out with their statement, folks, and bottom line is that nothing has changed out there. They are going to be basically keep interest rates low. They're cutting the pace of their bond buying by $10 billion, but that's what they said that they were going to continue to do. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at J-Bill, J-B-I-L. It's amazing. You know, earnings finish and they just start right up again. J-Bill, hold on one second. There she is. JBL. So this is J-Bill Circuit. J-Bill Circuit closed at $20.10. She is trading out here at 20.55. Numbers go like this in J-Bill Circuit. Now, J-Bill Circuit, folks, is one of the largest manufacturers out there of many electronic components. Let's see what they're saying. There she is. Okay, so the third quarter revenue is $3.79 billion. The estimated loss, they're in a losing position, but the estimated loss was 10 cents. They only lost 6 cents. So J-Bill, they beat the estimate, and right now you have it up about 50 cents. We are at 20.55. We take this and we put it on a weekly chart, and she is... I see. This is a classic. She's just going up to ice, folks. J-Bill had gone down from $24.34 down to $15.30. ICE is sitting at $21.15. So that's where she's running up to. We look at Red Hat. Let's see. Red Hat also just come out with numbers. RHT. Red Hat closed at $53.10. That was up 64 cents. She's up an additional $2.50 right now. This also is an equity that had come down from $61, gets down to $58. She's trading right now at $55. Numbers go like this on Red Hat. Their first quarter revenue was $424 million. Their first quarter sales was up 17%. That's a nice growth, no doubt about it. Oh, they bought $80 million worth of shares back. That's a trip. Wow. They bought back 1.6 million shares in the first quarter. They had $1.40 billion in cash or cash equivalents. The estimate was 33 cents. They made 34 cents. Let me just see how many shares are outstanding. So shares outstanding, you have 189 million. So that's not that many that they bought back. But bottom line is that let me just pull this up again. So if we bring this back, we're at 55.10, and 61 was the high. Comes off the high with volume. This equity would have to get over the 56.85 to basically do anything, because you know, you had that 5.9 million at the high, and they come off that high with 15 million. And that is always a large problem if you come off the highs with volume. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. We had IBM up $1.34. Boeing was flat. Caterpillar was up 81. Oxy was up 51. We had Walmart up 71. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get a red light, green light indicator that gives you signals on 25 different future contracts? Now you can with Taz Signal Box. This red light, green light market profile system dynamically updates 24 hours a day and provides you with important trend and trade signals on 9 different commodities, 9 different indices, and 8 different currencies. Right now, you can receive a free 2-week trial to Taz Signal Box. For all the details and to find out how the Signal Box works, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish up 98, Nasdaq up 25, S&P's up 15. And as we do each and every Wednesday at 20 past the first hour, we get our man, Mr. Daryl Martin. And don't forget, folks, each and every trading day right here at TFNN, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Daryl is an outstanding program. You can listen to it anywhere in the world. The way you listen to it, folks, right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, he specializes in that platform. It's an awesome platform, awesome trading platform. You can test drive it by coming over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the right-hand side. Hit the banner. You can bring up the account. They'll put $25,000 of funny money paper money into your account, so you start to understand how these contracts work. Daryl and I have a program that's dedicated to this on Friday mornings, also 10 to 11 Eastern Standard Time. And once you do get the Nadex platform up, Daryl has an analyzer. You can test drive that right on the front page of TFNN.com. Daryl Martin, what's going on?
How's it going?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Well, we certainly don't. If you want to have a statistic here, folks, this is a pretty wild statistic that the VIX basically hit the lowest low it's been since February of 2007. And if you understood what 2007 was, it wasn't the highs of the market. It was the first time that after a long uptrend that we finally got right before it. In fact, watch, I'll put up the S&P just so you can see what we're talking about here. It gets intriguing because when I saw that come across the tape, I was looking, I says, okay, tell me what we were doing there. So if I put up a 10-year weekly, what you're going to see is that that was the first, but this is the sickest part. So the S&P, folks, had gone straight up from June of 06, from 1219 up to 1460. So we went up to 240 S&P points. And that's when the VIX was the lowest it ever was. Then what ended up happening is that we had a downdraft. The first downdraft went from 1450 to 1370, and then the VIX never basically got lower than that. You know, we went up higher, though. We ended up going up to 1550. So that's going to be interesting. So let me just see this. I wanted to see this again. Okay, so that was a run from June to February without a pullback. That's what that was. Now, if we bring this closer, we've had February. Yeah, we've had a run from. Man, you can make a case we've had a run for a year without a pullback, really, right? 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, it's been just going and going since 2008. It's just going down, 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 down.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
And if we back it out, one of the things we talked about, that seasonality grid.
Yes.
And we can go over here and check out the seasonality over on Thinkorswim. And if you look at that right there, that's a 2-year seasonality.
Okay.
So looking at the last 2 years and this year, it's sort of on track right there. Look at that massive drawdown right there in the middle of June.
So that's the middle of June. So we're coming up to the middle of June. This is going to be interesting.
Now look what happens next. Pop.
Right
back up there. So, I mean, it's only a point, so it's not massive.
No, but, I'm with you.
But, yeah, it's still a point. But, yeah, point that it looks like it keeps going down, though, on a trend. At least it has. Now this is different too. Notice this massive divergence we've had going on right here. Usually it goes down all the way until about August.
Yeah.
And then it picks back up, because that's all the crashes happen in September, October, all that stuff.
Yes.
If we go back, look a little bit further back on the seasonality there, and I'll grab. Let's see, what are we looking at? Weeklies, dailies. Let's look at weeklies. And so right there, still like divergence over the last 5 years. And so this is really an odd cycle to have it doing this. Now, if we go back, really grab all the data we can.
And the way here, let's stay on that one just for a second, because I want to make sure I was looking at that correctly. So, looking at the one we just had there, it was really saying that the VIX, that even though the VIX could be going lower right into August, really. That's what that was, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Yeah, This is basically, it doesn't start popping back up till basically late July. And so that's over the last 5 years.
Yeah. No.
And now so we've been going down. The big difference is usually in April, the VIX flies on up, basically gets choppy. So it flies up and it gets choppy until about June. But we've been going straight down since June. So it's real. That's the big divergence I was talking about right there. So usually it go down, it comes up, it's going down, it's sort of following the trend.
Right.
But this is just not following the trend at all. It literally is just a straight drop in the VIX. And despite tapering, topping of, raising interest rates occasionally, all this stuff going on, it's still just dropping. And
zero fear, no doubt.
I mean, yeah, but we're at greed is on an all-time high. So to be where it's at right now, that just doesn't It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't have to make sense.
No, it
right?
doesn't.
As long as it makes dollars.
It doesn't. There's no doubt about that, man. There's no doubt about that.
And but yeah, I mean, looking at this, I mean, it's you're talking about it earlier. What'd you say is lowest it's been since how long?
February of 2007.
Wow.
All right.
So if we go back and we grab there we go.
And it was what it was there is that
that's it.
What it had done in 2007. That was the first downdraft basically before. But then we ended up going another 150 S&P points higher after that. But of course, what happened, folks, because the downdraft we hadn't had one in almost 8 months. What ended up happening is that the VIX never got to a lower low. That's what ended up happening. So
now the previous low was just a couple months before that, in November of 2006. We went down to 9.39, and that is the lowest low, at least since, I guess it's been tracked, but since 1994. So we're only like a point off the low of the last 20 years.
Pretty wild. No doubt.
So tell me what that means, Tommy. What are we going to do with that? How are we going to make a fortune with that?
It's what happens with the VIX, no doubt, folks, is that you can't trade it, okay? Because what happens when the VIX goes up, and number one, the VIX can stay low forever. Just so that's what really comes down to. Yeah, I mean,
it stayed low 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, don't let the fear mongering get out there and go, it's all going to crash tomorrow. I mean, we have been low for about 2 years now.
Right. There's no doubt about that. And when it goes up, and the reason I say I can't trade it, because what ends up happening, folks, is that when the market gets volatile, it goes up immediately. You know what I mean? It's gonna go up before it starts trading. That's what it really comes down to. So.
Now, one thing that I learned from one of my mentors a long time back, which is pretty helpful, I had to put it over here, is he threw a simple moving average on there, on the VIX, and he just looked at the last 200 days.
Okay.
And just to basically start monitoring and looking at sort of like what's a high and a low on the VIX.
Yeah.
And getting that in there, and I thought I had it programmed in. But that's not, it's working on it right now. But yeah, so you can go in and you can put like a 200 period, simple moving average on it. This sort of give you an idea of how is it the real trend on the VIX right now?
That's way below it, man.
It is below it.
That'll be 1411, and we're at 1061. Unbelievable.
There we go.
Listen, folks, don't forget to listen to Darryl each and every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. He has an outstanding show. Darryl, you have a great night, safe night. Look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you. You too.
Come right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization
automation capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. Some of the higher volume stocks out here. We had Facebook up $1.20 at 65.60. Medtronic was up $2.19 at 63.77. We had Microsoft flat. Solar City was up $2.62 at 67.15. Dow stocks out here. Citigroup was up 14. Boeing was up 3. Big Blue was up $1.34. If we go over to Big Blue and take a look at Big Blue, Big Blue's been having a tough time hanging on to any type of price. We did 3.9 million shares. That's going into 4.1. That's still not enough juice. Big Blue is down from this 199 area. We're at 183 right now. We go to take a look at Walmart. We have with Walmart, this is at 75.70. This is off the highs there of that 79. Let's see. We did 6.6 million versus 13. Walmart has been out of the lower range for quite a while. That lower range in order to get back into it on a monthly basis. It took 12 years to break out of that level. That number is 70.25. It's been hanging up here right now since May of 2012. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Time is just amazing, folks. And I remember when that broke out of that range. Microsoft, we go take a look at Microsoft. We have with Microsoft, she's hanging at the top of her range. The top of that range is 41.66, and we're at 41.65. Amazon today, Amazon come out with a handset, basically going after Apple. Well, everyone's going after Apple in the handset market. There's no two ways about that. Amazon was up 8.76. That level with 6.3 million shares, she's going to try to tag this 340.72. She's going to need a lot more than that, because when she came back downtown, folks, she was coming downtown with 10 million and 16 million and 16 million. So she's going against that swing point there at that 337 to 340 with that type of juice. One of the targets wanted to look at Chipotle, CMG. This is the Mexican grill. The low is 352 here. The high is 622. So we're at 594 right now. And the low of the high is 602. What I expect you're going to see out there, Mitch, is that it will run into that 602. The volume is drying up right now. There's no doubt about it. Last week we had a volume of 2.3 million, which is, not great. We're at 1 million right now. But the test. Yeah, see, she's already low. This is where this gets interesting. So on a weekly basis, she's already into the low. We're at 594, 592 was that number. So we go into the daily. That means that she's going to tag the daily. The daily is 607. So if you long that equity, I'd wait till it tags it and see if you got any action. Now, inside the gold and silver market, folks, if you haven't test drove the gold report, great time to do it. You can come over to our website at TFNN, go into newsletters, go into investment newsletters. You can test drive the gold report, 30 days absolutely free. If you take a look at a few of these, you're going to see that there's buyers in these equities. If we go to an Eagle first, you're at 35.28. The high out there is 35.46. That swing high had 1.8 million. Guess what? We're doing 2.8. Looks like that's going to get up and over that baby. Gold Corp broke a B point today of an ABC structure on the way up. Your A point on Gold Corp is 22.68. Your B is 25, so you get approximately 275. That would get your C's 24.57. So we got what, $28? That's where that wants to launch into. The last high out here was 29.77. What you have happening inside this gold and silver market right now is that we were expecting that we thought the probability was there were ABC structures up. They passed the B points today, and they have passed them with volume. That's strong, folks. There's no doubt about it. And what has happened is, as I said yesterday, many of the weaker gold stocks and weaker silver stocks that hadn't been participating in higher price, guess what? They start moving also. Great Panther was up 7 cents at 123. She's making that run for 138. And how we come up to those March and February swing highs are going to be crucial to understand. Are they going to break them, get over them, and get over them with strength? So we'll see where that whole deal does shake out. We go take a look at GOLD, which is Rheingold Resources. She's going to need more juice. It's interesting what's happening with Rheingold. And you know what has happened over the past years, folks, is that when you go back the last 12 years in the gold market, an Eagle was the first. No, actually, it was Gold Corp. Gold Corp in 2002 to about 2004 or 5, that was the strongest equity out there. Then an Eagle took it over. That ran for 3 or 4 years. Then Rheingold Resources took it over. That ran for about 5 or 6 years. It's going to be intriguing if, in fact, another equity takes it over this time, because Rheingold is not acting as strong as it should right now. Percentage-wise, it's up as much as the rest of them. Because the last high in Rheingold was 85. We're at 79 right now. It's only $6 off the high. Percentage-wise, it's there. It still hasn't got, though, the type of acceleration that it has in the past. So we'll see if, in fact, another equity is going to basically, another gold or silver equity is going to take over the run. Royal Gold, that was up $1.64 today. That high out there is 72.90. Now, what you have with Royal Gold and what you can get out of the metal market in particular is this. Royal Gold runs on the price of gold, flat out. So we're at 69.74. This baby looks like it wants to test the 72.90. And if we go back to the actual physical gold contract right now, the way that sets up, we're 1277.40. The 1278, folks, is a crucial number. Can it get inside that number and stay inside that number? And by the way, once you get inside the 1278, what I expect you're going to see is that you'll see a surge with volume and with price. You know, that's the only way that it's going to stay inside that level. You know, what we had yesterday is that we had an expansion up to that level, but when it was expanding up to that level, it was expanding at 0240 in the morning. We want that expansion happening when the U.S. markets are open, not when it's thinly traded in the middle of the night. You get that expansion when the U.S. markets are open, then you're going to have some real business. We go take a look at the GLD, which trades at 10% of the price of gold. That also is going to need more juice. We're at 122.67. The higher range is 123.10. The Argentina, this is going to be a big deal. This guy is going to, you know, there's a few funds that are going to make some big money. So Argentina is going to actually sit down and talk with the folks that have their defaulted debt. This has been a long time coming. They're figuring, by the way, folks, is that a couple of funds didn't make a deal when Argentina had defaulted on all their debt in the early 2000s. It was 2001. It went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and what the argument was about is that you couldn't pay off some bondholders and not others because of the contract inside the bonds. Bottom line, the folks that didn't make the initial deal won. Argentina thought they'd be able to circumvent this court ruling by turning around and change the texture of where the law would be applicable, meaning they wanted to bring the law from the U.S. back to Argentina. Well, guess what? In a matter of 24 hours, they figured out they couldn't do that, and it wasn't a figure out as to they couldn't do it. The market was going to penalize them in an extraordinary way. So what you are going to have is that there's going to be a negotiated settlement, or they're going to at least try to negotiate a settlement coming next Monday. But the windfall on that is going to be pretty amazing. But, you know, what you do have is that, let's see, that was I believe it was about an 8-year fight. But that guy, Paul Singer, he won the fight. That's what it comes down to. And Argentina is going to have to pay up, and pay up in a large way. If we go take a look at the financials, the XLF, what we have with the financials out here, they were up 13 cents today. We're 22.86. The high out there is 22.93. We did 32 million shares. Today you did 30 million. We bring this back and put this on a monthly basis. And on a monthly basis, she's going to need more juice. There's no doubt about that. You may have heard that there's going to be an IPO that's coming out. It's a Market. That's the name of it. This is a derivative, basically clearinghouse. That's what it comes down to. It's going to be a huge IPO. The thing that is absolutely amazing is that the conflicts of interest, which are in the prospectus, by the way, are absolutely huge, because 12 of the largest 15 banks own it. They're the underwriters of it, and of course they're going to price it up to the moon, and they are all sellers of the equity. So they want to go IPO, but guess what? They're selling. So you got to love it. You stay right there, folks. Tom O'Brien will come right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman wave sequence. Using the Chapman wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment Report is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow up 98, NASDAQ up 25, S&P's up 14. And right now, let's go over to our man, Mr. John Logan. And, folks, over at our website at TFNN, each and every trading day, you're going to see a dynamite video on the right-hand side. It says free daily video. Click here. John puts a video up each and every day using the TAS market profile. It's either a commodity, in the commodity market, the indices, currencies, all the above. Today is a gold video up there. You can check it out anytime you'd like at TFNN.com. Now, as you're over at TFNN, right on the carousel, you're going to see it says try the TAS signal box is available at TFNN. That signal box, folks, is dynamic. If you are trading commodities, indices, currencies, or the S&P 100, folks, all those equities are right in that signal box. You can test drive it absolutely free. John Logan, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, good to be back with you today.
You too, man. Thank you so much. Well, you know what's so intriguing, John, is that, you know, and this is a great day. It's always a great day to put gold up there.
Always.
You know, but what's really wild is this, is that the gold and silver equities themselves, okay, like have some juice underneath them. We got a couple nice signs of strength that have come in. And the contract itself still can't get going, man. So it's going to be intriguing, you know, looking at your TAS market profile. So can you walk us through what has to be done in the gold market in order to get to higher price and stay at a higher price, rather?
Yes, we did our free video today on gold, as you know. We do one each and every day for TFNN website cruisers there that are going to fall across that site. But we talked today about 77 being the 74, 75, 77 being a little bit of a congestion area there, and we kind of, you know, we always try to wait for the market to come to us either above or below with these profiles. We try to wait for these inflection points to be reached so we feel like at least we're putting on trades in high probability areas. And that 75, 77 area, we kind of got to it today, which is what we were hoping for. We had a new profile appear.
Right.
We broke down below that $1,300 an ounce area, which was a huge number that we were, you know, revolving around a lot there.
Yes.
We had to wait for that to happen. Then when we got below, looking historically right now, below that 74, 75 area, there was nothing in the way until we had new information appear. That new information appeared down to 1240, 45 area. Now we've rallied back into former breakdown on our dailies, 74, 75, with a new profile appearing around 77. So we're back right where resistance is on this product. It cannot seem to get going on the upside. I mean, we look at this historically all the time. It has really been tamed by the fair auctions and profiles that we've been looking at over the last 2 years, always pointing down.
Exactly.
So until that process really has been broken and we have started closing above long-term weekly profiles, you really kind of you got to turn the wrench the same way as a trader until
that happens. Now, so on the weekly profile, John, right? Mm-hmm. What would that number be on the weekly profile? We could start looking at it.
It's real easy. 1,300 is a big number.
I see. Okay.
We got to have some closes above there, and in my opinion, we've almost got to kind of really congregate around that area as if we don't want to come back from it. We want to consolidate and possibly move higher. So, you know, it's really 1288 was a big number in the past. 1,300 is a big number right now, and we just really need to kind of. Yeah, we kind of need to see that happening.
Real conviction. So I get it. You're talking real conviction. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, you can piddle around down here and really pick off. There's quite a bit of money trading gold. I mean, that gold report you do is outstanding. But, you know, if you're trying to get a real deep conviction like, hey, we've cleared some areas and I can breathe a little bit and try to go long here and on a long-term stance. I mean, it's difficult to pick bottoms, difficult to pick tops. But that would give you some more conviction that, hey, it might be time to move higher now.
Yeah.
You know, we talked last week about using some of these profiles of some of the stocks that we were looking at with our Signal Box app, picking these things out. We talked about IBM being a dog.
Yes.
You know, I know you mentioned that earlier. That's still the case, by the way.
Yeah.
I looked at MasterCard. You know, I don't know how they don't make money, but you know, it's another situation where we kind of cross below profiles, and you know, this thing's kind of been showing some weakness relative to the market. I'm kind of
look at that. Yeah, no, I like that. You broke the profile and the volume expanded, right?
In the middle of a lot of, you know, bullish situations in the S&Ps, and the S&P is making new all-time highs, which I know that sounds like a broken record lately, but you know, this thing really is not cooperating, and it could be, you know, changes in interest rate environments affect stocks like this, and that's really kind of on the horizon.
Sure.
From what the talking heads are saying, you know.
Yeah.
But,
well, and you know what? I mean, there's a lot of things that can affect the credit card industry. I mean, a lot of people want to basically the fees are so dramatic. They're trying to figure out, okay, how do we get in the middle of this and get rid of the fees? And you know, I mean, that's where that Bitcoin comes in. Not that, you know, I'm not a huge believer, but you know, bottom line, I can see how it can work. That's what it really comes down to. I absolutely can see how it can work.
Right. I mean, and as the market rises or falls, you try to find anomalies that are going on as a trader to try to take advantage of. And one of the reasons that we use Signal Box to try to figure out, hey, where are we in relation to profiles? Because, you know, this market's making all-time highs. We want to try to see what's not making all-time highs and actually showing its hand as being possibly a ripe candidate on the other side of the fence. And, you know, if the market does pull back, you know, these type of short situations may be the least risk, you know, the least risk to put on to try to trade that. I mean, it's very difficult for me to, you know, just, I mean, except from a day trading standpoint, to try to buy the S&Ps up here, you know, in the market in general, even though it's proven itself to be just ignoring everything else.
No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. You know,
Daryl's, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, and folks, as you are over at the TFNN site, you know, when you hit the TAS signal box, okay, when you're in the carousel and hit the TAS signal box, you're going to see on the right-hand side, John has put a few awesome videos up there so that you can understand exactly what you're looking at. And it's very simple. It's a very simple setup put together so that you can basically have a higher probability as to where you want to basically either sell or buy, you know.
And we put some sorting features in there, and the reason I can just pull up these names carte blanche here is because you can sort these to find out, you know, relative to profiles, what are the weak instruments, what are the strong instruments, what are the ones acting well, and the ones that are coming in.
That's a beautiful thing. Listen, man, thank you so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
You're welcome, Tom.
Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow, folks. Go get them, folks.